My name is Ethan Williams. This is Catching Up with Coach B. Got a few questions for Coach. First of all, Coach, with the first game of the regular season fast approaching, do you feel that your team and coaching staff will be ready and prepared?
Yes, I do truly believe that we will be ready for November 20th when we play against Richmond. We're getting there. You know, like I tell my team, it's like climbing a mountain, and one step at a time. Just working together and being a one unit. That's what we're trying to get to right now. Come 23, we should be ready for Richmond.
That's good to hear. All right, coming off of the red and black exhibition game last week, what were your thoughts on how your team performed?
Well, they're young. Sixth grade is a young group of kids that's trying. They're trying to see. Right now. We are trying to find our identity. Mm-hmm. We don't know our identity yet. You know, and it's going to take a few more weeks. It might take to the fifth or sixth game to find your identity. But once you do find your identity and find out what team that we really are and where we really want to be and where we want to go for this season, it's going to be it's going to be awesome.
Right.
So, what I got out of that black and red game is they have the heart, but we just got to put it together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, with a few weeks of practice under the belt, do you feel like the team is starting to really come together during practice?
Yes, I truly do. I truly do believe that we have good practices. We try to play the best way we know how. We're learning how to play together. We're trying to build the chemistry. We're trying to get to the point where everything's going to fall in place, where it just becomes natural to them. Right now, they're learning the plays. They're learning how to play defense. They're learning how to slide their feet. They're learning how to talk during defense and how to block out. So, yes, we will be ready. Yeah.
Okay. Your team's playing a really tough Muncie Central type schedule this year. Do you feel like your team can handle all 16 games this season?
Wow, 16 games. That's a long season.
It is.
And we have 4 weeks of getting ready for this long season. We have 4 weeks of getting ready of a really training camp season. You know, scrimmaging with the 7th graders twice, getting them to be game ready as close as we can, so they can endure this 16-game season. And yes, it's going to be a long season, but it's going to be a good season.
Right.
Playing against teams like Mount Vernon, Newcastle, Richmond, Marion, LaPel. Those are teams that you want on your schedule. Those are teams that you want to be as close to these kids going to Central and get used to playing that NCC schedule, get used to playing other county schools that Central plays. You want to start now. So it's not a shock when they do get to high school. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I gotcha. With the talk of those additions, with the additions of LaPel, Richmond, Blue River, Daleville, Mount Vernon, and Marion Justice to the schedule, this is the toughest schedule that a Muncie Southside 6th grade team has faced in a long time.
Yes.
How are you able to put together such a complex, difficult schedule?
I mean, you want to play competition. Years in past, we had, 10 to 12 games? And you look at the first game of the season was Delta. Then you had maybe at Yorktown in the middle of the season. And then you had Anderson at the end of the season. And then you throw Newcastle in there. But you don't want to take nothing away from this team. You don't want to take nothing away from you don't want to take nothing away from last year. But you want to add competition, because competition makes your team better.
Right.
And you want that iron sharpening iron. And you want to get better every day. You want to improve every day. You want to go out and be the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to call yourself the best, you have to beat the best. You know what I'm saying? And so, why not get a LaPel? Why not get a Newcastle? Why not get Mount Vernon? Why not get those schools that are going to make you great?
Right.
And going to make your team great. I'm looking forward to next year because we added Pillington Heights to the schedule next year. So we're just going to get better.
I gotcha. Your first 4 games are on the road against Richmond, LaPel, Delta, and Inspire Academy. 3 of the 4 games are in 3 consecutive nights. Will your team be ready for these tough upcoming contests?
Well, if I'm about to correct you, it's the first 5 games.
Ooh.
Calendar got added late. So we open up the season next Wednesday in Richmond. And then the Thanksgiving week, we're playing at Cowan. Then after break, we got a week off where we could practice. Then we got 3 games back to back. On the 10th, we had LaPel. On the 11th, we had Delta. And on the 12th, we had Inspire before we get to come home on the 17th against Monroe Central. So this is a test that will really test our players. And I like that. I like it getting an early test just to see where we at and to see where the measuring stick is at, you know. And so I like who would want to open up against a Richmond? You know what I'm saying? You like to face those teams in the middle of the schedule because you have some games under your belt leading up to that team. But this is a test, and this is going to challenge us. And are we going to be that type of team that will rise up to the challenge, or are we going to be that type of team that's going to fold to the challenge? So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the 5 games, especially on the road. Because that 17th game coming home, playing Monroe Central, it's going to be even better, you know, because you're at home in front of your home crowd. So I like it. It's like, to me, it's like an NBA schedule, you know.
Gotcha. Well, that's all the questions we have for you today here. It was great catching up with Coach P. Coach P, this is Ethan Williams signing off. Thank you.